YouTube, 2T, the nearer view. We've got the big light on. I hope it comes out alright. I'm testing this out. Got to look that way, there's a camera. I've fudged the tripod with the old dog and bone. But it works. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the light's up too. I've only got one light. I've got no space to put another light up. Maybe on the other side if I do another different angle. But I thought, yeah, I'd give you a bit more of a close-up view of these, because you've seen the shelves before in the past. So I thought, well, let's see if we can get a different angle now I've got this light. I mean, I'm not sure how great it is, but we'll persevere. I don't think it looks too bad. We're not in the dark. I forgot my water though. Just go and grab that. So yeah, look, you can see the light up here. Hello, hello, sexy. With dual wielding Mega Man X3 on the GameCube and on the Sega Saturn. Thought it'd be something interesting. Although it's not doing my ears much good because I just hear the same thing keeps rattling around. So this is going to be a right old mixture, a mixed bag. We have got some Nintendo cardboard, we've got some PlayStation, we've got some old Atari, we've got some Megadrive, we've got some PS1, we've got a box. We've got a box to open live on YouTube, and I'm wearing me 8-year-old, 9-year-old retro collect T-shirt. I can fit back in it again. My old mate Tom Lacey from Dreamcast Junkyard doesn't not release his Dreamcast in. I think he still writes for the Dreamcast Junkyard, but they're part of retro collect. Used to be at all the events back in the good old days when the events were really good. I mean, they're still good now, but not. You will never get anything like that nowadays, I tell you. The first Blackpool I ever went to, absolutely fucking amazing. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, I've got, like I say, a bit of a mixed bag here, so hopefully there's something for everybody. Even you, Stu, Generation Pixel. So, what we'll of CEX as well, I'm going to say CEX. So I'll just do some bricks and mortar, because I've got no... well, I have got some from somebody, but that's the box. So we'll crack on with the pickups anyway. Hope we're all doing well. Talk to Stu Generation Pixel. I know it's had a bit of bad press, God, since towards the end of this year. But please go over and check out YouTube of the Month. It's trying to get it back onto an even keel again, once more. So it does, you know, it does deserve a go, and it is really for people that just need a leg up. You know, and I've said my pieces on it before. But I don't really, you know, for me, it's all about the channels that are being nominated. It's not about who's hosting it. It's nothing to do with them. They shouldn't really garner anything from it other than just be a vessel for people to be channeled through to find these other channels. And that's, I'll leave it at that. So yeah, go and give it some support if you haven't already. Because it is the way to find new channels. Or it's a way, should I say. Anyway, back to the pickups. I hope you can't see anything down here. Still not used to this camera. Anyway, from bricks and mortar, back to the shop where I got the last 2600 games from. Took a photo, so I picked up a few more that I didn't have. I do have the box for this. That's Venture. Where are we? We're there. That's Venture. £3 on Venture. I always used to think Venture was Adventure. I don't know anything about this one. Pressure Cooker. An Activision title. It looks a bit like Burger Time. £3. Solar Fox, which is a bit more expensive at £5. Just a couple I didn't know. And the Keystone Crappers. I remember having a copy of this on the television, and that was a £5 as well. Craig Minx 36, he used to rate Keystone Crappers on the television. I remember that. Gonna get stickers off them. They've been on there a couple of weeks even. So yeah, like, you know, I did buy a couple more and then got home and realised I got the box versions of them because I only looked at the loose carts. One of them was Cuba, and I got that twice. I got the Parker Brothers nice silver, like the tougher boxes, and I've got the cheaper, like original release. I feel like I'm shouting. I can't get used to this. Right, doesn't look too bad, does it? The old Saturn on there. I will do a video on that maybe if anyone's interested. I know a few people commented on the older. I'm sure it's like a Gen 1 LCD panel, but I think, you know, it's got its place. But there may be things changing yet again. What have I been playing? I haven't got it with me. Skyward Sword, I'm done with that now. I got to the last boss, and you have to piss about trying to get a shield to really complete it. So I'm done. So that was, I keep quitting at the last boss, but I have been pissing about and tinkering with, I'm looking up there because it's up there. I was going to put it on here actually, is the PlayStation Classic. I downloaded like a whole install of like something called Auto Bleed. Literally like RAM full, 256 gig of like games, and also obviously it runs a RetroArch. So it's got all the old shit on it as well, you know, arcade stuff and whatnot. So I've been pissing about with that. Actually started playing Final Fantasy VII, so I've got about 12 hours into that. But yeah, so just been tinkering with retro, but not playing. After Zelda, I thought I'd give the Switch a sort of break. Oh, didn't tell you, did I? I did buy Dead Cells. No. Got Dead Cells on the Switch. I don't like it. I don't like these roguelike. It was doing my fucking nutting. Literally dying after about 10 minutes and then going back to start again. And it's like, all I've done is added like fucking 10 souls to some shit. And just, oh my God. I know the levels changed slightly, but I can't play games like that. I just want to save it and carry on. So yeah, I have got Dead Cells. I ain't showed it. But yeah, not for me. Not for me. So what have we, what retro have we got for you today, you wonderful people? From Facebook group. This is a weird one because I know there was a few people that I know commented on this chap's listing or post, and he never got back to them. And then he re-listed this again, and I sort of said, well, look, you put these up last time. I asked you if it was complete. You never replied back. He swore blind he didn't get a message, but his old post had gone. So anyway, I managed to bag this, and it's for an absolute great price, £19 posted. I can't remember who picked this up. It might have been Scott Brand, but it is Granada on the Japanese Megadrive, and it's like a maze shooter. I think it was Scott anyway, but it is complete. But 19 quid, that's a really good price for that. Yeah, I'm sure it's a top-down maze shooter where you, funnily enough, you control this tank-like thing. See, I don't know what that light looks. There's a light up there. But a nice one, and you can actually see what it is on the side. For all those not versed in kanji. Japanese script. Right, we're going to finish Kev's box as well today. I think we need to finish that. So we'll do some Nintendo cardboard. These are from eBay. Obviously, like you guys know, I'm always on the hunt for cardboard boxes and the like. And this was a weird, like a mixed bag of a listing. It had like a lot of Wii stuff in it, but there was, thank God, when I did the search, it picked up N64 box. There's 3 boxes in there. And again, the listing wasn't really focused on the N64 stuff, it was more focused on the Wii stuff. So I won, no, it was a buy it now, so I think I did an offer. I think I got it for 30 quid and a couple of quid postage. I had a load of Wii titles in there, a load of loose discs and stuff like that. I thought, well, that'll be alright at the market. I don't think I sold any of it at the market. But it was the boxes I was after mainly. So once I'd won the item, I messaged the seller and sort of said, look, have these got manuals? And he hadn't put it in the list. And he said, well, yeah, they've all got manuals and trays, but no carts, which is fine, absolutely perfect. So even if these are like, I don't know, say £10 each, it still probably wouldn't be worth it, but it would be close to it. But given all the other stuff that was in there, more than a great deal. So first up, which ended up being an upgrade, one that I just overlooked because it is quite common. I think I sold my copy out for a £5, so I'm already like £5 back in pocket. International Superstar Stalkers 64, and this was far better condition than my box. So again, nothing really to write home about. Not a new one into the collection per se, from a box perspective, but a better condition one for kind of like free, I suppose. The other one here, I have tried to get the sticker off, and it ain't coming off for love nor money, and I don't want to ruin it anymore. So this is going to have to like go against my normal judgment, and I'm going to leave the sticker on there. Some people leave these on there. I get that totally, and again, it's nothing to write home about from a game perspective. It's FIFA 99 with old Berg Camp on the front, and it has got a Beatties 40 quid sticker on there. Again, these are all complete now. Put my cart in there, and it's FIFA. I don't need to tell you much more than that, but I say it's a box copy, and probably the pick of the bunch. Not really synonymous with the N64. I'd probably say more Dreamcast than anything else, even over the PlayStation 2, and that's Revolt, which is obviously RC cars, as in, yeah, that's what the voltage comes from. Yeah, like a not third person, but a 3D polygon based, I suppose like the next gen, wanted to be next gen Micro Machines type thing. But box, again, really nice condition. So them 3 box games, plus like 2 copies of Super Mario, Mario Galaxy, a load of other Wii stuff, bits and bobs and odds and sods. And there was one game that he listed. He said, like, these games are all scratched, these games are okay, but there was one that was missing the game, and I sort of said, where's the game? It's Back to the Future, which I did have. That's up there. And he said, oh, that's not meant to be in there, and he gave me my postage back, so even less so, it's 30 quid all in. So an absolute bargain. And like I say, a couple of nice boxes to knock off the list. Okay. we'll do some PlayStation. So these were already in the collection, well, already in my possession, and unbeknownst to me, I'd put them in the garage, in boxes, odds and sods. Oh, except for that one, these 2 were already there. And I'm doing a little bit of a sort out for Doncaster, just going through some boxes, like, well, what's in this, what's in that. And I think I was looking for 1 or 2 PlayStation cases to upgrade, and I came across like a box of bits. I always keep the bits, always keep the inserts and stuff like that. And there was this one in there, and I think it was because the case was mangled, but I have kept a similar one for Harry Potter. Nothing great. I just thought, I don't know why I didn't have it, and it's an actual soccer, but it's the dual case version, which I think was like a pack-in. It is the proper, the whole thing. But I've got a Harry Potter one of that, so I thought, well, why not just put it in with the collection. It is actual soccer, so it's not, you know, a standout game. This one, again, I don't know what happened to this. Maybe I pieced the bits together over time and I've not realised it, but I've managed to get it. And the reason why I've kept it is because it's an early release, literally on the cusp. And it's International Moto X. So obviously it's non-banded, and it is number 99 red balloons. International Moto X, again, 3D polygon, dirt racing bike game with a fucking whacking great manual. So yeah, they were already here. They were here all along, I just didn't notice them. So there was them 2. And then one that I didn't think this is a particular piece of a game. I mentioned to you guys before, always looking to get the missing pieces from games that I've got. This one was missing the insert. Managed to get a copy that was bashed up for 6 quid. But the eBay seller, I don't know what he was doing, didn't put enough postage on there, so the thing took weeks and weeks. I said, where is it? He said, look, here's your money back. It then, like a week later, I got the note through sort of saying not enough postage paid. So at this point, I didn't know what the frick it was because it'd been so long. Went up, got it, and I did say to him, said, look, send me the game's come through. I'll send you the difference back. So I had to pay like $2.50 or something ridiculous on the postage. and he never come back to me. So essentially for free, we got me the insert for Judge Dredd, the Black Label one, which can be a bit tricky to get. So we'll put that in there now. But yeah, he's sort of, the guy said to me, he goes, oh, I've had, because when I asked him where it was, he goes, I think the post office, I think Royal Mail are stealing my parcels, because you're like the 5th person that's basically, because I'd give him more than enough time, I'd give him like the maximum time and then a little bit more. You're the 5th person that said the item hasn't turned up, and obviously it transpires it's because the moron hadn't put enough postage on all these games that he'd been selling. I think he did this like auto thing rather than take it to the post office, which I get is for convenience, but if they don't weigh it and you don't put enough postage on, then it's fooked. And then where did I get this game from? Oh, a load of PlayStation games from a charity shop. Nothing amazing in there, guys. It was just like a load of fodder that I took to Doncaster, like the Tomb Raiders and stuff like that. This was the only one out of the whole box. I think it was like 30 games I didn't have. And I just kept it because it's a bit, you know, not into these games at all. I'm not even into it in real life. And it's a bit gambling. It's midnight in Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. All the things. What is quite good on this, it's got like a little audio track. I don't know if it's got Elvis playing on it, I don't know. But yeah, I put it in one of the nicer cases that it had. I thought I'll stick it in the collection. It may not stay there eventually, though. When I have to start thinning that out, probably one that will get moved on. But yeah, I've never seen it before. That's the other thing. I've never seen it before. It was there. It's free. I thought, well, let's just chuck it in the collection and be done with it. So what we'll do now, we will do this box, because I've got CX, and then we'll finish with Kev's box as per, and I think this will be the last Kev's box. So we have another box. This is from my good mate Mark, Burnt Out Culture. He's still in the process of filling out his collection. Dane keeps asking me, is Mark filling out his collection? Yes. Is he selling everything up? I said, I don't think so. I think he's just filling out his collection. I said, you ask me that every single time. He goes, well, he keeps changing it. I said, well, I don't know, ask him. So Mark, can you message Dana? Are you selling everything up? I'm guessing he's probably eyeballing it for the shop. I don't know. But Mark, very kindly, after the last deal he did for me, he showed me his PlayStation stuff, and I picked out the ones I didn't have. And he like I say, he's done me a cycle. I think this was before Christmas or just after it. I can't remember now. But I said, look, man, I'm going to be brassic. And I'm fucking brassic now already this month. It's only just the first week, not in the first week. Like I say, I sort of said to him, look, I'll have them, but I'm just going to try and find them. So I did Doncaster. I had a little bit left from that. So I thought, look, let's square everything away with everybody, which I've done now. But one more person I still owe a little bit to, and then I'm all done. Kind of debt free, I suppose. Some people have gambling debts. I have video game debts. I'll have the fucking boys round knocking on the door. No, I won't. Well, I won't now, not from Mark anyway, because I paid him. But like I say, an absolute legend. He did hold on to the games. Some of them are quite tasty. I did sort of say to him, look, because he messaged me and he sort of said, look, do you still want these? I said, yes, mate, honestly, I do. I'm just trying to juggle funds. Again, I said, look, if you need the money to sell them, I understand that. Get them sold. And he said, no, it's fine. I'm just double checking. So, like I said, Mark, really appreciate you holding on to these, buddy. And it is a load more PlayStation. So we've got a fistful of PlayStation from the Burnt Out Culture collection, which is a bit weird because when he was on his like massive PlayStation kick, I was selling him all my duplicates. None of these are there. Although I wouldn't put it past me because I am that fucking stupid. But they're not. I think these are ones that he'd acquired from other means. I think there is one that's got a quite funny story that we used to take the piss out of him. We still can. There's still mileage in it. And it's on top actually. It's on top. So probably the better one out of the lot, to be honest, is Stalkers 3. One of them beat him up by Capcom. Funny enough, got Capcom running in the background. Lovely condition. Now, I think the story when Mark got this was he bought these off a guy in a bus stop in the dead of night. And the guy scammed him because he didn't know where he lived. He met him in the bus stop, given a bag of PlayStation. He checked the top couple, which this was in there, there's something else. And then there were a load of them at the bottom, which were really nice games, but had no discs or something like that. It was some weird story like that. So ever since then, we always take the piss out of Mark. Are you going to buy your games from a bus station, you know, in the pitch black? He took it all in good faith. But yeah, Darkstalkers 3, quite a renowned beat 'em up, 1-on-1 beater. I know there's a lot of people like Craig's here again. He likes the ladies in those games. The next up, I do know this is missing a manual, and I think Mark may have sold me this slightly less than what he paid for it, or maybe the same. But it's one I've been eyeballing for ages. It's one of my favourite games, which those that watch the Top 100 will know. But I've got to find a manual. But this will be like, because Mark had it, I thought, well, look, let's just grab it anyway. It's the Super Pan collection, less the manual. So it's really weird with this PlayStation game. When there's no manual in it, they do feel like they're just not complete, because they're not complete, Stu. But do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And not surprisingly, this is number 43. I didn't realise that had been released so early. Super Bang! I have no idea. I'm guessing it might be like the Snes version, perhaps. That's called Super Bang. This is a weird one. One I didn't have. Again, follow on from last video, this completes a trilogy. And I'd never seen it. I'd never really looked for it, to be honest. But I did see this at Liam and Dana's shop, Hidden Chest Gaming. But I knew Mark had saved it for me. These are actually quite well rated. Now that I've got the Auto Bleem set up on the PlayStation Classic, I might actually play some of these. 2-disc game, Siphon Filter 2. So I know, like I say, these are quite well regarded. It's late release. Is it stealth type shooter? I think. Not in the vein of what's his name? Tom Clancy's. Not in Ghost Recon type thing. But more like a GoldenEye type stealthy thing, I think. I could just be talking stupid bollocks. But yeah, all complete. So yeah, I've got all 3 now. And then these 2 are kind of like of the same stable. Not really ordinarily my sort of thing, but, and I can't remember, this is going back ages, someone was on about these. And I can't remember who it was. Someone was talking about them, and it did pique my interest. So we've got Allied and Panzer General. We'll do both together. Again, one you play as the Germans, and one you play as obviously the Allies. Yeah, and they're just basically RTS games, real-time strategy games on the war. But yeah, I just thought it might be something different to play. Probably a bit more in depth than I would probably like. I don't mind a bit of. Remember Joan of Arc on Amiga? That was good. That was a bit like North and South in places. But yeah, so we've got. Ooh. Honestly, these fucking thumbnails, the more the piss take I take, the more I see people fucking doing them, and they must take themselves so seriously. It's a joke. It's that stupid white outline. I don't know what that. Who come up with that? I don't. Maybe I'm just too old. I'm too old for this. I do think that, you know. Now I've finally got the room. I'm just thinking, like, let's knock it on the head. Just knock YouTube on the head, because it's just full of fucking idiots. Like I say, maybe it's not for me now. Maybe it needs to be an old tube or an old fart tube or something like that, and I can go on that platform instead. Because yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like music, you know, like when old people hear sort of music, old people like me, they hear certain music, it's like, fuck me, that is shit. But back, probably how my dad thought, and just when I see some of the video, I'm like, people watch this, but they clearly watch it and they enjoy it, and it's just like, I just don't get it. I just don't get them kind of channels, I don't know. But people do watch them, clearly. So anyway, that being said, huge thanks to Mark Burnout Culture. He's not made a video for ages. I think he's still moving house. Been moving house for about a year. But go and check him out. Is that one stopped? Don't know. It's doing me. Not taking any notice. Right, we'll do CEX. Just the two from CEX, but two bouters. One with the last little bit of money that I kept. Well, didn't keep, but you know what I mean. That I used from Doncaster, and this one was pre-Doncaster. Took a flyer on it. This is the N64. We'll do this one. We'll do this one first. Again, these box games now, like I showed you last week with PGA Tour, European Tour Golf, it's a shitty sports game. You know, 10 years ago, or whatever, 15 years ago, you wouldn't even have bought it probably. But they're just getting probably more harder to find than the sort of good games, I suppose, because I think people just dismissed them. And maybe that's an own run. All you 360 TAC collectors and PS3 collectors, maybe you're right. Maybe you should be buying these Fifas up, because a lot of people would just be bidding them like me. And a case in point here is Madden 64 on the N64. This needed a massive, severe iron. It come with no tray, so I complained to them. So look, giving me a refund difference because it's not boxed. And instead of sort of saying to me like they did last time, I'll just send it back like with Super Off-Road. They actually sent me an £8 voucher, which is fine. Like that's good enough. So it was missing a tray. I've got I've got a tray. So we've got a nice complete Madden 64. I think that's both Madden games. I think there's only two Madden games, Madden 99 and Madden 64. I think on the N64, and I've got both now. Madden 99 is definitely the harder one to get. But I say 64 boxed in a nice condition ain't easy either. Ain't easy being cheesy. And the one that I've been coveting for ages, someone did have a copy of this for sale. But and again, not knocking the price, because the price is the price and the condition dictates the price. But it was too much for me. And because I had bits of it already, I was like, God, all I need is a box. All I need is a box. Couldn't find a box for love nor money. Did the CEX roulette. Bought a box one, 70 quid. Come through, it's okay. For 70 quid, yes, I'm keeping it. It's got a few little dinks, but just shows, I mean, I would have said again a couple of years ago, no one's going to pirate that, but they probably are now. It's the Konami Classic Axley. So I say it's from CEX, an honest copy, bit of wear, I've not done anything to it. It doesn't need a great deal other than add a price label down here, which what someone's done is obviously stuck the price label over where them scuffs are. Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty. So yeah, when I looked at it, when it come through, I was like, oh, that's all right, there's a sticker, I'll get that off, this looked really nice, and then take the sticker off, and it's like, you bastards. But it was missing the manual. So I commandeered to this. No, it did. It come in. Oh, the tray was shot. I've had to put a different tray in. That was it. That was the other thing with that one. The tray was like just mangled. It was there, but it was like fucked. But I did have, excuse me, the manual already. and I can't remember the chap's name. Years and years and years ago, he sent me a pile of Super NES manuals, and this was in it. He's a Wolves fan. I mentioned him before, but I've still got them. I'm still using them. I'm still piecing together these bloody games. So, and obviously I've got my spare loose cart of Axelay to move on to offset the cost. So, like I say, a nice copy now of Axelay there. What's a cart worth? 30 quid maybe, 35 quid, so half the value, and I'll end up with a... Well, last up then, bit of Kev's box.
Ding dong.
Kev's box! Right, YouTube. The last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, lucky 7. First up, Mario is missing. Again, I think this is a late release on the NES, especially in the UK PAL territories, because it come out on. Did it come out on the Snes? It did, because I've got it. Yeah, UKV game. Mario is missing. I've got a universal case for that. Next up, Crackout. I nearly bought this at CX boxed. Get the light off it. I am suspecting that this is a Pong clone. Palcom, so that's a Konami release. I don't know a great deal about it, to be honest. The point to note, off the last Kev's box, I have played these games. Did I mention that about Caveman Ninja, Barbie, Aladdin? Or was that the other one? No, it was Barbie. Tiny Toons is good. Alfred Chicken, I don't get it. Ghostbusters is terrible shit. I think I've gone through these already. Yeah, I did. I did go through them. Krusties is still decent. Right, next up. But what the point I'm making is these will get played. Paperboy 2. You know what? I don't think I've ever played a copy of Paperboy 2. Palais. I know it's on the Snes as well. It's weird because they did that. They dual released a lot of the games. So again, I'm assuming a lot of these. 91. Yeah. Tengen. Next up. Galaxy 5000. Racing in the 51st century. So you looked at that, you would think it was a shooter, wouldn't you? I would have thought it was a shooter. By Activision. UKV again. I don't know anything about it. Nice end label. But it will get a play. It'll get its 5 minutes of fame. Oh, we've got a save state. Gold Cart. Elite. Highly regarded. Is it David Braben? David Braben and Ian Bell. Yeah, see, I was right. Iconic space shooter. Space trading game, really, not really space shooter. I remember when I first started work, the chaps that I worked with, they were obsessed with Wing Commander and Frontier, games like that, which obviously were the successors to Elite, but they never talked about Elite, they always talked about Wing Commander and stuff like that, because it was the dawn of the CD-ROM. But I never really got into them. A bit like the TIE Fighters, the Star Wars Lucasfilm games and stuff like that. Next up, Lolo 3, that completes the Lolo collection. I did play Lolo 2, I believe. No, I played Lolo. Really good puzzlers. I finally worked out what you meant to do, but a really good little maze puzzler these are. See, I've played them. And I'm guessing Lolo 2 and 3 are just building upon the original ones. I couldn't tell you which is the better, or more highly regarded. The last one, the last, from Kev's King Box. Finally, everyone says, is it a good one? No, maybe, don't know. Swordmaster. I don't know a great deal about Swordmaster. I don't even know what type of game it is. A push, maybe a side-scrolling hacker, like maybe platform hacker, like Battle of Olympus, perhaps. I don't know. It's not a save state anyway. So that is the last of Kev's box. So many thanks to Kevin fucking Wolford 123 for the deal, like last year or whenever it was. probably this time last year, mate. But it has pushed me very, very close to a complete PAL, well, UK PAL NES set. Put it that way, guys. So I don't think it comes as too much surprise to some people anyway, would it? But that's the last of it. There is no more Kev's Box. We may have something to replace it, albeit a 1 episode special. But I'll have a think on that. So at 35 minutes now, that's it done for another vid, guys. Thanks for tuning to the channel. Thanks for watching if you have watched. Let me know about the angle, the old dangle, the lighting. I've only got one of the lights up. I could put another one up, but I don't know if I'm going to have space. I don't know how it works really. It's all new. It's all news to me still. But yeah, take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.